I feel like I am it just shows what kind of media I'm consuming at the minute. I'm talking about YouTube once again this week. It's like the fourth week in a row or something
Are you talking
stupid.
about James Charles?
Yes.
Good, because I saw stuff. I saw him trending yesterday, and I was like, I'm not going to look into it because chances are Holly will cover this for me. So I didn't look into it.
Holly's watched 10 videos each
Yeah.
day on this.
I'm glad one
when
of
I'm
us
getting
has.
ready in
It's
the
an
morning.
important topic. Yeah.
Yeah. So a couple of days ago, another guy, I think was he 17? But he was definitely under 18. He was a child.
Oh. Do you see pictures of these boys when you're like researching it?
To be fair to the drama channels, they pixelate the people's faces because they are minors.
Lovely.
And
Yeah,
that's how I know how to trust my drama channels because they'll report on it and monetize the video, but still, they're protecting people's safety.
Yeah, okay, right, that's lovely. Love that.
So this guy came out and said he was same story. James Charles had been sending him lewd photos on Snapchat, and at some point had also said happy birthday to him. So must have been aware that he was having a birthday at least, but not the adult ones.
How old is James Charles now, just to clarify?
21.
Okay, so you want to be looking for people in your age range then, and not teenagers.
Yeah, and there's this awful clip that keeps coming up from the Logan Paul podcast where he's saying, I'm like so mature. I'm not even going to pretend. I'm not going to do the accent because I can't do it. It's just, I tried. It didn't work.
Enjoyed that though.
He says that he's so mature, but he's not interested in older guys. The oldest he would date is like senior. He says senior in high school. He has to like correct himself. And this clip has been shown so many times now.
Wait, how old is he when he says this?
Maybe it's like last year.
Wait, the oldest he would date is a senior in high school or senior in college?
Senior in high school is like the youngest.
That's the youngest he would date. I thought you were saying that was the oldest he would date, and I was like, lock him up.
But yeah, it's just, it's not good. So he's now come out with a video where I think it's not called taking accountability, but accountability is in the title, as is tradition, and kind of just is like saying the same things he said in his notes apology a couple of weeks ago, where he was saying, I'm gonna speak to people behind the scenes. I take full responsibility for this. Kind of just excuse it, like he thinks he's above, but he's broken the law. Like,
this isn't good.
Like,
I don't know that it's. I almost feel like he should do a Shane Dawson style, like, apologize and then leave, because you have broken the law, as you say. You've done something kind of unforgivable. So maybe, like, I'm not saying he could never make a comeback. I think he probably shouldn't, because I don't think we should have people like that influencing younger people. But I definitely think that he should have left after his apology and been like, I need to leave, I need to learn, and I need to, like, I don't know. I feel like he should have said, I'm going to see a therapist because this is normal.
He did allude to that in the background. But he's also saying he's taking a break for a month, which is not long enough. That's like a month to plan your comeback.
I think when you say I'm taking a break for a month, you're kind of saying in a month I have things planned. Or like, it's going to blow over, and in a month I've got things planned that I need to do. Or I've got like a deal with someone that I need to get a video up because it's a sponsorship that I need to get up that month. And so you're limited.
You're scheduling it in.
Yeah, if you didn't have that, you would just say, I'm going to take some time away from the platform.
Yeah.
What did Jenna Marbles say when she left? She was just like, I'm going to leave. Don't know if I'm coming back. I might not. I think it required something like that, not I'll be back in a month. See you when it's blown over.
See you when there's a new drama kicking about. And I just think it's, he's such a promoted creator, and he's got so much money.
I don't understand it, because I personally now, I even look at people my age who are like celebrities and I think, God, they look young. Like, I look at Tom Holland, who like everyone loves fancies. I look at him and think, I'm pretty sure he's older than me, like quite a few years.
He looks like a baby.
He looks so young, and I look at him and I just think, no, because you look too young for me. So I don't understand how you could look at like a 16 and 17-year-old and be like, yep, that's someone who's like over the age of consent.
Yeah.
Just
And just
doesn't seem right to me.
no, and just
No.
instantly asking them for nudes and
Mm.
sending them yourself
So
for
the
being
nudes he
flirty and
sent,
sexual, like
the nudes he sent, were they like unrequited? Or what, like
sometimes. But he would say like, "Oh, show me a pic of you in the shower," like that kind of thing.
oh no. Don't like that. No.
It's just
Okay.
awful, and I feel like, wait, just because you say that you're being held accountable and you're holding yourself, and he acknowledged the power imbalance, but then also not to the full extent where it's like I need to completely rethink how I live my life, like the
This is
damage that
why,
I've done
like,
for people.
I think these people need to be educated. Like, I honestly think they need
Yes.
someone to educate them because, like, I mean, this is completely different because this isn't illegal. But I remember before I went to university, I had this thing about like when you'd get to university, you'd have all these really attractive professors, and like, you know, like this, like. I never wanted it to happen, and I knew it never would. But like, I always kind of romanticized the idea of like having a relationship with a professor, or like how
Yeah.
like cool that would be. And then I got there and like I learned and I had an education and like pretty soon I realized no, like that's so
Yeah.
bad. There's so much wrong with that. And
Yeah.
I grew up and I learned because I had the opportunity. So I don't know if they just uneducated or they just don't care
They
because
might. I don't think they care. I think he's,
no,
he's on top of the world. He's made all this money his whole life. He's so young that, he's had to grow up with it. And he says the right things. He says
yeah,
all these like really, you think, oh yeah, that sounds like you've got it this time.
yeah.
But then his behavior doesn't match that at all. At all. And then he
And it,
turns around and goes, I need to protect myself, so I need to make sure that I check everyone's ID with my team. And it's like, just
I just
don't.
think like you've said in the past, go on dating apps where
Yeah.
people have to be over 18. And I know that there
Yeah.
are people who go on the dating apps and do lie about their age. But if that's happened, then yes, you genuinely have been misled into thinking
Yeah.
that they are that age. But generally, people are over the age of 18 on there.
Yeah.
So I think don't keep saying I need to ask people's age. Say I am going to only search for people like prospective men like in places where they can be that age. Like if he's
Yeah.
21 now, I know it's kind of corona, so probably can't, but he can go out to bars and stuff like that and meet
Yeah.
people. You can meet people on dating apps. There's so many other options than DMing people on Instagram who you are not certain of their age, whether he
Yeah.
was or not. But like,
Exactly. And it's just, again, it's just like, oh, this is why you like this? Why is this the route that you've gone down? You've just become another powerful man who's abused his power. Why do they all do it?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't like it. No, we
Oh.
just want to say we're against it.
We're not here for it.
I don't know. Side note, but I don't know if anyone's seen that TikTok going around of like it was from the Disney Channel show Austin and Ally, and it's like them coming out against bullying, and so they like open up and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna talk about bullying, just so everyone knows we're against it." Like anyone thought they were gonna be for bullying. So from now on, if we're against something that should be obvious that we're against, we're just going to state that we are against it. So yeah, we are against predatory behavior. If it wasn't clear, we're against it.
It's just been like a month of predators, I think.
It really has. It's been a year of predators. We laugh, but it's genuinely scary.
It's terrifying.
We're laughing through the pain. Okay, so my pop culture moment this week was something that really caught my eye. Seth Rogan, I don't know if you saw this, Seth Rogan had to come out this week and like quell a rumor that Emma Watson had stormed off the set of This Is the End, which is a Seth Rogan film that was made in maybe like 2013. So the rumor was she did leave, to be fair, but there was a big rumor that she'd done a sort of like big diva walkout.
Okay.
Because she objected to a scene. And this is the scene in question. You can watch the scene on YouTube. It includes Danny McBride as a cannibal who has Channing Tatum as a prisoner on a leash wearing leather underwear. And like, it's very funny. I went to check out the scene because I was like, what ended up happening? Just that. So I don't know where Emma Watson was meant to come into that scene, and I don't think she would have made it any better. But so there was this big rumor then that she had like stormed out and been like, no, can't do this. But Seth, went onto Twitter and he cleared it all up, and he was like, Emma Watson did not storm off the set, and it's shit that the perception is that she did. The scene was not what was originally scripted. It was getting improvised, changed drastically, and was not what she agreed to. The narrative that she was in some way uncool or unprofessional is complete bullshit. I for sure should have communicated better, and because I didn't, she was put in an uncomfortable position. Which, I don't know, thought that was a very good way to deal with it. He immediately stepped in, didn't let the rumours continue, but I do find it funny because what a bizarre scene. And could you imagine if Emma Watson was in that scene? Where would she have been? Would she have been on a leash as well? I don't know. Oh, I do recommend to go watch the scene on YouTube. You can get it immediately because Channing Tatum is comedy gold in it. He doesn't say much, but at one point he says, I think I love you, but in like his voice is breaking as he says it. It's so funny. Please go watch it. Just that scene. Anyway, yeah, love Seth Rogen for that. Also, loving Seth Rogen's pottery work at the minute.
His pottery journey. Oh my God.
Love it.
It's
if you don't know what
amazing.
we're talking about, everyone, just type in like Seth Rogen's pottery journey on
Twitter.
I don't know, yeah, and you'll find it. It's lovely. Very wholesome.
So
Love it.
wholesome. Love it.
The other thing I got is just like anything surrounding Lil Nas X this week and
Oh my God, yes, this was the other thing.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just like start with like a bit of legitimate criticism because most of it's not like valid in my opinion. But the first bit is quite legitimate because basically people were bringing up comparisons between the music video for Lil Nas X's song and Cellophane by FKA Twigs. And that I originally was like, no, they're not similar in any way. If you look at the video comparing both of them, it is quite similar, so I can understand why these claims were brought up. But I just thought Lil Nas X and FKA Twigs dealt with this so well. So apparently they had a phone call, and then he went on Instagram and said, I want to say thank you for Twigs for calling me and informing me about the similarities between the two videos, as I was not aware they were so close. Was only excited for the video to come out. I understand how hard you work to bring the visual to life. You deserve so much more love and praise. FK Twigs then responded and said, thank you, Lil Nas X, for our gentle, honest conversation and for acknowledging the inspiration Cellophane gave you and your creative team in creating your iconic video. I think what you have done is amazing, and I fully support your expression and bravery in pushing culture forward for the queer community legend status. And then she said at the end, most importantly, I would like to thank sex workers and strippers for providing the physical language to make both videos possible. So
yes,
lovely.
We love you, FK Twigs.
I know. I love the way they both dealt with it, and I hope that everything is okay between them now. And they genuinely had a good, honest conversation over the phone.
Yeah.
Because I love them both so much, and I would never want them to have drama with each other. And I just love this because most of the time, when artists get accused of copying other artists, they don't even acknowledge it. Like there has been a lot of white creators who have been accused of like ripping off other like I think like. For example, the one that's popping into mind is Ariana Grande and Seven Rings.
Yeah.
If that's the song. It was accused of a lot of things and copying a lot of other songs. And one's made by like black artists. And she just didn't address it. So I really love that they actually addressed it and they were honest about what happened and that these things do happen and you don't always notice. But it happens and they're on good terms. Love them both. Love how they dealt with it. So, and then the other things were just not valid, I felt. It was just criticism from like the typical people. Caitlin Bennett, for one.
Oh God, I forgot about her.
At one point was like tweeted at him saying, do you still see your dad? And he responded with, yep, and I might fuck yours. Which I love. So I think there's a BuzzFeed article on it that you can look at all his responses to people. So good. One of my favorites.
Amazing. His like campaign to promote this has been. He knew it was going to infuriate people. Absolutely, 100% knew it was going to infuriate people, especially the like Christian right or whatever in America, because you know they've walked right into the trap. So he just makes a duet with it on TikTok, being like, "lol," and then there you go. He's got another promo for his name is living rent free in your brains.
So many people will know about it because all these like alt-right people are just talking about it. They don't. They're so stupid. I know, they're so stupid that they don't realize the more they talk about it, the more attention it's getting, the more they're doing for him. But my favorite thing that kind of fits with that is when he tweeted, "Y'all love saying we going to hell, but get upset when I actually go there." So it kind of fits with everything.
And you know the TikToks where like it's him, it's like goes quiet as he's sliding down the pole.
Oh, I love those
And then people are
TikToks.
like just having a talk, like pretending to be Margaret
Yeah,
Thatcher or something, and
yeah.
drinking a cup of tea, and then they're like,
Mhm.
yes, and then there's just him sliding down the pole in the
So
background.
good, guys.
Love them,
Oh,
so
love
good.
it. Love him. Love Twigs. Love them all. Ah,
We do
perfect.
support you.
Yes, go stream one, Cellophane for one, go watch the video. It's so good. But two, also stream Montero, Call Me By Your Name. Is that the name of it? I keep
Yeah.
calling it Call Me By Your Name and forgetting the first bit, but there we go.